Hey, TFAX fam. Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the latest sizzling stories from the world of reality TV. Today, we're diving into 4 unique and gripping news stories from the Married at First Sight universe that you won't want to miss. First up, we have MAFS alum Beth Bice stirring the pot again as she throws shade at her ex-husband, Jamie Thompson. Fans are urging her to move on after they witnessed her latest Instagram antics. With her playful pettiness and a marathon to celebrate, is Beth just keeping it real or holding on to some past bitterness? We'll break it down. Next, let's take a moment to celebrate Katina Goode. The MAFS star is sharing a significant life update that has her fans buzzing. After navigating her tumultuous relationship and focusing on her education, Katina has just earned her bachelor's degree. But what does this mean for her love life? Stay tuned for the details. Our third story is all about change. As Married at First Sight gears up for season 19, there's a lot of buzz around the new casting twist, a challenge gap that fans are both excited and skeptical about. What do these changes mean for future couples and the show's success? We've got all the insights. And finally, let's talk about inclusion. Married at First Sight season 19 is breaking barriers with an unprecedented casting strategy that includes older couples and even a mother-daughter duo. How will these new dynamics shake things up in the world of reality TV romance? We'll delve into the implications of this exciting shift. So there you have it, TFAX fam. 4 unique stories that shine a light on the ever-evolving landscape of Married at First Sight. Let's dive deeper into our first story about Beth Bice from Married at First Sight. Recently, fans have been buzzing about her ongoing feud with her ex-husband, Jamie Thompson. Even though their divorce is final, Beth hasn't shied away from throwing shade at Jamie on social media, leading many fans to urge her to move on. In her latest Instagram post, which featured a catchy raunchy song, Beth celebrated her completion of the Chicago Marathon. The video showcased her amidst a sea of racers, and she added a playful caption, "Catch me if you can, runner life petty af funny Chicago Marathon." But as expected, Beth used this moment to take a jab at Jamie, saying, "Never worried about running into my ex because he's not genetically talented to go the places I go." While her supporters seemed to revel in her petty humor, not everyone was laughing. Many commenters blasted her for clinging to bitterness instead of moving on. One user urged her, "Why cut each other down constantly? It didn't work. Move on and be happy." Beth didn't hold back in her response to the criticism. She defended her actions, declaring, "When someone took all of my money and personal belongings, I would say game on. I'm that petty, with no shame. Judge me. I will never forgive someone for what they did to me." Her fiery responses highlight that she feels justified in her ongoing commentary about Jamie. Some fans pointed out the contradictions in her actions, like criticizing Jamie while still having videos of him on her page. Others echoed similar sentiments, saying things like, "That's so immature." So, what do you think, TFAX fam? Is Beth justified in her actions, or is it time for her to truly move on? As Married at First Sight is currently on hiatus, we'll keep our eyes peeled for any more updates on this drama. Now, let's shift our focus to Katina Goode, another standout alum from Married at First Sight. Katina has recently been making headlines for a significant milestone in her life. She's just earned her bachelor's degree. After facing the ups and downs of her marriage to Olajuwon Dickerson, Katina has been determined to keep her personal life largely off the radar, focusing instead on her education and personal growth. In a heartfelt Instagram post, she excitedly shared her achievement with her followers, declaring, "After a long and challenging journey, I've finally earned my bachelor's degree." Katina reflected on the struggles she faced, mentioning, "It hasn't been easy, but through every struggle and setback, I've learned the power of faith. God is so good," folded medium. Her announcement was met with an outpouring of support from fans and fellow MAFS alums, who took to the comments section to congratulate her. With over 113,000 followers on Instagram, Katina used her platform to encourage others who are dealing with negativity, heartbreak, and personal challenges. She urged her fans, "Don't let negativity or sickness, heartbreak, that abortion, that miscarriage, sexual abuse, and shame derail your purpose." While Katina's personal life has been tumultuous, especially with her on-again, off-again relationship with Olajuwon, she's taken this opportunity to advocate for perseverance and growth. After enduring a rocky situation filled with cheating allegations, it seems that she's putting herself first and focusing on what truly matters: her education and personal development. So, what's next for Katina? Will she continue to share her journey with her fans? Only time will tell, but we'll be here to cover it all. Stay tuned for more updates on her life and embrace the inspiration she brings to her followers. Moving on to our third story, we're taking a closer look at the significant changes coming to Married at First Sight with Season 19. As fans prepare for the next chapter of this beloved reality series, the show is facing what's being referred to as a challenge gap. This gap arises from the many changes happening within the franchise, and there's a growing anticipation about how these shifts will impact fan reception. Season 19 will be setting sail in Austin, Texas, marking a fresh location for the couples. This follows an interesting Season 18, which had its fair share of controversies, including the first-ever cheating scandal and a couple swap that rocked the series. With the new season, MAFS is committed to reinventing itself and addressing the challenges that have led to declining success rates among matched couples. One of the most exciting elements about Season 19 is the expectation that it will introduce a new type of cast, one that promises to bring engaging drama and compelling storylines. The season is looking to break the mold by including two older couples in their late 40s to early 60s, alongside the inclusion of a mother-daughter duo, which is an unprecedented twist for the franchise. This revamped approach is seen as a necessary move to combat the criticisms surrounding casting choices in past seasons. Fans have expressed concerns over the show's historical pattern of failing to produce lasting couples, with only 13 out of 69 matched pairs remaining together after more than a decade. As the expectations for Season 19 soar, MAFS producers are determined to meet the challenge head-on. Viewers are eager to see how these new dynamics will unfold, and whether the older couples will bring a fresh perspective and maturity that has been lacking in previous seasons. So, will Season 19 succeed in bridging the challenge gap and restoring the magic of MAFS? We'll be keeping a close watch as we approach the premiere, and we can't wait to see how these exciting changes will play out. And finally, let's talk about the groundbreaking inclusion happening in Married at First Sight Season 19. This season is set to break barriers like never before, featuring a casting strategy that embraces diversity and age inclusivity. For the first time in the show's history, we're seeing older couples getting involved, as well as a unique mother-daughter duo participating in the experiment. This innovative approach is aimed at shaking up the conventional casting demographic that MAFS has operated under for years. Traditionally, we've seen younger, often less experienced participants in their late 20s to early 30s. But by introducing older couples, the show is not only broadening its appeal, but also acknowledging the varying life experiences that older participants can bring to the table. The mother-daughter duo is particularly intriguing, as we'll witness the dynamics of family relationships intertwined with the quest for love. What challenges will they face? How will their unique backgrounds impact their experiences on the show? This adds an exciting layer of depth that fans are eager to explore. Fans and critics alike have been vocal about the need for MAFS to adapt and reflect a more realistic portrayal of relationships. With the show's consistent scrutiny over its casting choices and the low success rates of previous matched couples, this move towards a more inclusive casting approach might be just what the franchise needs to revitalize itself. As we await the arrival of Season 19, the anticipation is palpable. Will these changes lead to more successful matches and captivating stories? We're excited to see how these fresh perspectives will breathe new life into the series and engage both loyal fans and new viewers alike. Stay tuned, TFAX fam, as we continue to bring you all the updates and insights from Married at First Sight. This next season promises to be unlike anything we've seen before.